Welcome to the Roadrunner 89 Investment Network, where we talk about interracial love and marriage. Hope you enjoy Swirl to Investment. How's everybody doing tonight? I wanted to make this video, and I know some people are not going to like it. I know some people are going to disagree. But look, in today's world, the greatest love of all is black women, white men. And let me explain why that is the greatest love of all in today's world. Because some people will try to take me on a trip to memory lane to the 1800s and, racist times. But in today's world, we're seeing that the most successful marriages today is black women, white men coming together in marriage. And it's been that way for quite some time. Now we're seeing studies, we're seeing stats, and many studies that they're doing are coming out with the same results, almost all of them. So it can't be, one study is off. And we have all the data of marriages, how long they last. We also got data on, people come together and their wealth and how well they're doing. And we're finding out black women, white men are doing the best when it comes to love and marriage. Their marriages last longer than any other group. Okay? They do. And the amazing thing is they have a 50% less chance of a divorce than two black people. Okay? And then a 44% less likely chance of a divorce than two white people. So when black women and white men come together, they're better off than within their own racial group or ethnic group. And you would think as much flack as they get and as much shaming that black women and white men are being given for opening up their options and dating each other, and especially black women, how much abuse they take when they open up their options. They're called traitors, bed wenches, all this crazy stuff. And they've been told for years how evil white men are, right? And and then society, society, even in today's world, a lot of people want to live in a segregated mindset, meaning they want people of the same racial group, same ethnicities to stay together and not intermingle with other people. When we came together through integration, it wasn't just so we can eat lunch together and be friends. No, it was integration to integrate all the way. And we're supposed to come together with love and marriage. And it's God's will for us to come together and love each other as brother and sister, regardless of our skin tones. But back to the topic. What we're seeing today is black women, white men, the ones that are opening up their options and getting married and having relationships, they are the most successful. Now, you might say, well, I know this person and that, and it didn't work. Yeah. Marriage across the board is not doing too well, regardless of any group of people. But the most successful is black women, white men. And I think they understand each other, they love each other, and they pour more into the relationship than any other group. And being they're both leaders of their communities, it makes sense, right? And when I look at it, I think white men pour more love in the black women than black men do. Okay? Generally speaking, not all, but they do. And us as white men, I can speak for myself. And when I talk about the love I have for black women, you know, I didn't want to just have a physical relationship. I didn't want to just touch her. I wanted to touch her heart and soul. I wanted to go deep. I wanted the love to be real. And when it comes to love, I wanted to fly first class. And I knew it could only be with a black woman. Because there's no other woman that will love you like a black woman will that loves you. And white men that love black women, we give everything. And our marriages are lasting longer. And I know people do not like to hear that. I know people don't want to hear that black women and white men are finding true love and they're making it work. They want to hear the black love story or the two white people that got together. And, you know, you can find love there too. But the greatest love is black women, white men, statistically. And tell me I'm wrong. When you look at the data, you look at how long the marriages last. You can even look at the wealth. White men are more wealthy statistically when they marry black women than when they marry white women or any other group of women. And I'm not putting no women down or no men, but I'm saying that is the truth. That is the fact. And when their marriages are lasting, their kids seem to be doing well too. They seem to be doing better than any other group because they have a more solid foundation when it comes to marriage. And that love goes deeper than the physical. You know, when I met my wife, I wanted more than the physical. I wanted the spiritual, the emotional, and yeah, the physical too. But when it's all together, it's a beautiful thing, and it makes your love even better. And that's what we're doing as black women, white men. We're coming together and we're giving everything. Thus, we're getting everything. People don't understand. They're worried about what the other is going to bring to the table and what they can do for them rather than how much can you pour in. Because the more you pour in, the more you get. And that's what's happening. That's why our love is strong. That's why our marriages are strong. And I look at anybody in the eye and tell them nobody loves black women more than I do. And there ain't too many men that can look me in the eye and say that. I got a 29-year marriage going strong. My first and last wife ever. How many people can say that? But you know why my marriage worked with my black wife? It's because we put everything into it. We wanted the family. I wanted to get married before I was even ready, right? When I was dating, I knew it was coming. I was looking forward to it. Black women ain't getting that in their community. Most of the guys don't want to get married. 73% of black women are not married in America today. 73%. So we got 27% that are married. And how good is those marriages? But when they open up their options, they do a heck of a lot better. The marriages last long. They have more wealth. They have more assets. Their children do better. And us as white men, we do better too. So it's like a win-win. And why is this working? Some will say, oh, it's white supremacy. White men got all the money. No, we don't. It's not white supremacy. It's love supremacy. It's us coming together, two leaders, making it happen. That is the greatest love of all right now. And I know people are going to try to get me to the 1800s, the slavery, but that's over. That's dead. That's gone. In the real world, when marriages are happening and the stats are in, we know who's doing the best. We know who's better together. And it's not the people that have the same skin tone. And if it hurts people's feelings and makes them mad, that's too bad. It's the truth. Black women, white men are more successful because they put in the work. They want the true love. They do have the greatest love of all. And look, I wish love and happiness for everybody. I do. I don't want to see anybody not having somebody that they love. And I believe any man or woman that wants to be married should be. To your preference, too. And have it all. But we're seeing the people that have the most character in today's world in 2023, not 1842. I'm talking 2023. The best option is black women, white men. And I've said it, and I'll say it again. Black women and white men are meant for each other. And I know that triggers people. It makes people so mad. And I'm going to say the greatest love of all is black women, white men. And tell me I'm wrong. Look at the data. Research it. And we're not given the chance as everybody else. We have to really get out of our comfort zone to come together, but we do it. And we're successful at it. And our families do well. So tell me, who's meant for each other? And who's the greatest love of all right now? Now, I know that's an individual thing. Two people coming together with character can be any combination of colors, ethnicities, and all that. I get it. And that's true. When it comes down to it, it's a person's character. It's how much heart they have, how much they love each other. But when you look at the data, who's loving each other more? Black women, white men love each other more than any other group of people. And you'll say, no, you're wrong because they're not marrying as much as everybody else. They're the least to get married. But yeah, but the ones that do are the most successful. So I'll say again, who loves each other more when it comes to married couples? Black women, white men. So in that aspect, I say, yeah, they're meant for each other. Now, is everybody meant to be in an interracial relationship? No. Interracial marriage? No. You got to have character, you got to have discipline, and you got to love that person more than anything in the world. And if you got that, it'll work. But my point is who's the most successful? Who has the best track record when it comes to love and marriage? Whose marriage lasts longer? Who does better with love, economics, spirituality, and family unit? And I know this will surprise people. It's black women, white men. Hands down. People have studied it. They have ran the data. And usually interracial relationships don't do as well as two people of the same race. Except when it's black women and white men. I'm just saying. But anyway, that's my thought today. But you tell me what you think. And I know I'm going to get some trolls that say, oh, you're full of crap and whatever. But the data's on my side. The stats are in my favor. And my own personal life with my marriage. That proves it too. So, I mean, it is what it is. But it's a blessing. We shouldn't attack anybody that comes together with love and marriage. That's their business. And especially if they're being the most successful, why would we attack that group? Unless we're jealous of that group. Unless we're envious. That's the only thing I can think of. But anyway, have a good night. Tell me what you think.